happy people spend more time with other people in general. They also prioritize time with their friends and family members. And I think this is really critical right now because that's normally true that happy people focus on being social. But I think especially when we're going through a crisis, if we want to make it through in the most resilient way possible, relying on other people for support is really critical. Of course, this is the hard thing to do in the time of COVID-19 because the social distancing often means we can't be physically hanging out in person with the people we care about. But the research suggests that the act of hanging out with folks in real time, in other words, through things like Zoom, what we're doing right now, or FaceTime or something like that, that can be a really powerful way to connect with people because you're seeing their facial expressions, you're hearing, the intonation in their voice. You're really able to connect with them and all the emotions that they're experiencing in the moment. The research really suggests that doing random acts of kindness, particularly in this time when we're all really struggling, can be incredibly powerful. And that's for two reasons. One is it's a really simple hack to improve your own well-being, but also it's doing nice things for other people in a time where lots of people are suffering and really vulnerable. And I think this is something that culturally can be a little confusing. Right now we have this idea of self-care, sort of treat yourself. I think especially during times of crisis, people think this is the time to focus on me and my, taking care of myself. But the research suggests that that's not exactly what happy people are doing. Happy people are, giving money to charity. Happy people are focusing their time on volunteering. Exercise and moving your body is really correlated with improved well-being. A lot of us are moving a little bit less just because we're not getting our steps in, walking to work and so on. But in some ways that's on us, right? There's so many free yoga classes online. There's so many free exercise classes. This is another example of COVID kindness. So many personal trainers and gyms are just giving this content for free because they know people really need it. Research suggests that happy people tend to be more mindful. They tend to savor the present moment. They tend to be in the present moment, kind of noticing what's happening to them. Right now, many of us are in full fight or flight mode, where our sympathetic nervous systems are actively freaking out, our chests are tight, we're kind of in muscle tension and so on. The act of just paying attention to your breath and really slowing down your breath can allow your parasympathetic nervous system to kick in. That's the part of the system that's the sort of rest and digest part. It's the kind of thing that allows you to put some resources into your immune function, which is something that all of us need right now. This other psychological principle we talk about, which is psychological distancing, which is this idea that, if we think about ourselves and how we will have dealt with this crisis in the future, it can buy us some psychological distance from the anxiety we're facing right now and can give us the kind of strategies we want to actually have done during this crisis. When you think about how do you want to tell your grandkids you lived through COVID-19, you don't want to be like, I panic bought and hoarded toilet paper and just ate a bunch of ice cream, watched Netflix. You want to be like, no, I helped my community and we helped elderly relatives and our whole family came together. You want the story to be positive.